Good morning, everyone. Joella May here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me some comments down below. As you can obviously see, I'm just waking up. No, just waking up. I just finished a meditation, so I'm still groggy. So we're on day 7. Catch up to this. Today's April 21st, because yesterday was 4/20. Woo! I didn't even realize it when I did yesterday's video because I was so tired. Or I didn't realize the day I wasn't playing with the numbers in my head to think about it, I should say. I didn't really care to think. Was thinking. I don't know. Okay, back to what is it? Reflections. Yes, today's reflections on day 7, right? Or 6. Oh, I'm getting myself all mixed up. I know I said it right first. Today is April 21st. That I know. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't. Yeah. Okay. So, let's start over. Hi, this is Joella May. Just being a goof, right? Okay. So, I really enjoyed today's meditation. I will definitely put it in the link in the description box. The only thing is this one had all those commercials again, but since I was listening it to the daytime, I was able to like zone them out a little bit or push them through so I could get through the meditation a little bit more. Yeah, one of these days I'll get it to where I don't have to listen to ads on YouTube, but I'm just not there yet. I'm trying to be a minimalist and not pay anything extra, just like the 4 basic bills or 5 basic bills is all I'm working on right now in my life. I know there's more to do, but yeah. Anyway, okay, so today's meditation, there was a point in there where he used some music. So I looked up the phrasing that was in it. I have it on my other phone here, so it's easy. It goes, Om Naha Shava. Om Naha Shava. So I looked it up and I found the chant. So I'm going to put it down in the description box. So if you want to listen to it on your own, besides the video, you can. I'll have it there. Yeah, I looked for it because I really liked the music that was in the background. It was really cool. So one of the biggest things about this meditation video that really got to me, it was so cute to me, was because he kept talking about the energy centers. So the beginning of the meditation, I was going to look at when it flipped off from explanation to straight up meditation, but I forgot. I want to say it's at least 20 minutes in, maybe longer before the actual meditation starts. But you really want to listen to all the information that it gives you because it helps you guide yourself through the meditation so you're not searching as much. As he said in this meditation, it's a little more advanced than his other ones because we're working with all, how do you put it? You call them energy centers, but I call them chakras. I say chakras like that because one of the influencers that I listen to, Heather, she it's the way she says it when she sings in her music or chants in her music, and it just, the way it comes out of her mouth, it makes more sense because I'm always looking to roll my R's, you know, because of my Spanish blood. I grew up white, so my mom didn't do all those things, but yeah, when I was little, my dad used to play with me to roll my R's so I could learn how to do that kind of stuff, and did a little bit of chanting, but because Native American Indian, so there was a little bit of that. And it was interesting when I got reunited with my middle sister because she remembered our dad teaching her how to roll her tongue too. She did a little slightly different style than me, but it was really cool. But we could, when we first met, she and I laughed exactly the same. I'm telling you, DNA is the craziest thing. I really learned to understand how DNA works when I met all my siblings individually and together. And when I met them with my dad and not, and to see the idiosyncrasies that we would do, our natural habits, you know, because I didn't get raised with my siblings. Anyway, back to the meditation. So, when he talks about energy centers, is the chakras, and it's funny because in this meditation, looking back at my phone that's not even on, he talks about not just the basic 7, but he adds one more. He adds an 8th, which is the one that sits about, I guess you would say, 16 inches above your head. I don't remember if in chakras, if you call that the star chakra or not. I'm still studying the 8 through 12s, and excuse me, like I said, just waking up, so you're gonna hear all my little bits. When I was looking up chakras 8 through 12 for the next set, since I worked on 1 through 7 for so long, depending on what culture you're reading it through, they'll use different names. It was interesting. I'll do that in another video. But yeah, so it was interesting to me, the way they would identify them differently, but they would still all mean the same thing, even though they use different title names. But then there was one influencer that was also explaining that it's not just the chakras, it's also the bimini's, I think is the word he used. I don't remember. But I really, 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 really love this guided meditation, because he really talks about, as I said, energy centers, and you know, the base energy that starts where the root chakra starts in the base of your spine and all that, and your hips and da-da-da, and how it moves up. And then he uses the word solar plexus, but he doesn't identify it as a solar plexus chakra when he gets up into your gut. It was interesting too, because in this meditation, in the description, when he's before he does the actual medication and he's describing the energy centers, he'll say to help identify each energy center, you could use pictures. He said you could use colors, but he didn't go into colors. He just went into his own personal pictures. So that was kind of interesting to give it a more American reflection than a cultured reflection on the symbols that he was saying to use, you know, because, you know, it's just saying use symbols that related to you as a person. Like, he liked using the lightning bolts a lot. Or a scroll, or he says a heart, or a heart with a happy face, you know, because he talks about, you know, how disease is just a lower frequency, because when we get stuck, and he talks about energy and matter, and when you have more matter than energy within your essence or body, or I don't remember exactly how he put it. But it's very similar to other teachings. It's just he's put it a very layman terms, so there's no culture connection to it, I guess, which is interesting. I find that very interesting. It's nice because I know I keep going because, as I said, I don't cut my videos. And searching for words, sometimes you're going to just hear me trying to figure it out. Right? Yeah. See? I got lost in that explanation instead of staying on the subject. I do that. I try to stay on the subject and not go that way. Yeah, I always put a towel down in the morning when I want to, before I light a candle or light my incense or anything on the edge of my bed. So just in case the ashes, you know, try to jump up and give me fire kisses. I'm just being a goof today. I put the towel down so they can catch the fire kisses and not my sheet, because I love my sheet. Yes, this is a very special sheet. Well, very special sheet. It's a different material. It's made out of eucalyptus. Yeah, so I love it. I love it. I love it. I could live in it. Oh my god, I can't get my sheet to go straight today. Okay, let's see if I can keep it far enough back so I can move my arm without it falling down. That'll be fun, right? Yeah, so yeah, we're on day 7. Because yesterday on day 6, I referred back to day 5. Day 5 was one of my hardest days. Day 6 yesterday, I was a little better. Today, I'm kind of feeling my happy self again. So yesterday, I just pretty much stayed in my room and did some sketching. I don't know if I can find the page I was working on. I worked on it off and on through most of the day. I made a new friend on Facebook yesterday. That's why Force 20 stood out, because I started messaging with her around 3 o'clock, and then yeah, for like over an hour, because I was still messaging her at 4:20, so it became part of the conversation. Oh my goodness, I can't find my picture. This is so crazy. Oh, that's the other one. There it is. So here, I don't know how well you can see, but I do like premonition drawings, and I was on day 5. I was so emotionally distraught that I couldn't comprehend picking up my pencil. So I worked on this most of the day yesterday. You can kind of see a little dude over here, and then something happening over here. I still don't, this space is still like, I don't know. But if you look really carefully, you can see, like, this is how my drawings will start out. And then once I start to see the pictures come out, I'll make them darker and darker. And then add to them. But this is pretty much how I keep my sanity. Because if I don't draw, right? If I don't draw, everything you see here stays in my head. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Because, I mean, look at this. How much does this make sense to you? Can you look at this? Can you see all the chaos and confusion and everything, right? And then there's some, like, clarity pictures. And if you really look at it, you can see some explanations. But it takes time. Yeah. I could probably draw on this for 2 more days until it fully makes sense. But the story is going to be incredible when I'm done. I haven't fully finished a premonition drawing like this yet. I'm getting closer on this one than most of my other ones, because they usually take anywhere from, well, I usually put about, when I do a premonition drawing, I try to stay on it for a whole week, but it's really hard. Because there's so much detail, and so much detail comes up every time I see it. And yeah, these pictures I see in the paper before I draw it. Like, you might be looking at this, but I see this the whole time as I'm drawing it. It's really weird. And I won't, like, see it. My hands see it. Not my eyes. And the pencils see it. Because, like, I don't just use one pencil, if you can tell in the variegations. Oh, it's too early in the morning to look for them. But if you see in some of my other previous videos, you'll see the different pencils that I use, because I show them sometimes here and there. Yeah, right. I was talking without breathing. I did that thing again. And look at that. It's already been 15 minutes. You wouldn't even notice. Or I didn't notice. It's weird breathing with my glasses on, because it's like looking through them as I'm breathing. So it's not quite as relaxed. I should have taken them off first. But didn't think about it. Sometimes I do. Yeah, I get a little excited because there's just so much to talk about with that. But that's not the focus of today. That's just what I was doing most of the day yesterday to clear my mind from the day before, because I did so much traveling. Today, I want to make a point of going outside and going down to the creek and doing a meditation. Hopefully I'll do a guided meditation, but I'll probably just do a long video and put it on YouTube straight. It hasn't rained in a minute, so I don't know how flowy the creek will be. But I've been feeling restless in my legs, especially during the meditation this morning, because, you know, the whole thing was more than an hour long with all the just explanation and stuff before the actual meditation. I like to do the longer ones so I can have more time to sink in, so I can stay a little more focused on the meditation, because my mind likes to wander. Now, some people prefer the shorter ones so their mind doesn't have a chance to wander, I guess. But I'm trying to train my mind not to wander as much. So, that morning, I haven't had anything to drink yet, so my body's still good. I'm being a goof again. But send out a little love in the world. It's fun. Yeah, there's a little baby one too. A little tiny one. But yeah, I made these out of a candle that someone gave me, and the wax didn't burn right, so I was just picking it out and shaping it, and made 4 perfect little hearts that kind of sit on top of each other. It still has a scent to it. Whatever essential oils I originally put in there. But since they've been moved around and used so long, almost just smells powdery. I don't know. I just wanted to pick them up. So they sit like this on my candle holder, but my candle holder is over there. So I just picked it up with this jar. It doesn't have the same ring on top, so they don't settle as easily. Sometimes, and the reason why I picked this up is sometimes we just have to be playful with our own love for ourselves. Because sometimes we forget to smell the flowers. Or, you know, we forget to take that extra breath. And that's why I like to do it in the video when I feel myself talking too fast. And just pause. Because we're not in a hurry. The world, our society has taught us to feel like we need to be in a hurry, because that's how they oppress us. But once we can start to realize how much time is an illusion, we can start doing more for ourselves. So, yeah, today's meditation is about learning your energy, understanding your energy centers, because by this meditation, and he said, you know, you should be familiar with them by now, which I was familiar with them before. It's just different phrasings between chakras and energy centers to keep up with the meditations. So I'm gonna go now. Yeah, get to know your energy centers or your chakras, because it's keeping yourself in alignment is the most important thing. When you're feeling down and out, you're depressed, or you're uncomfortable in life, or you get easily influenced by others, generally that means one of your energy centers or chakras are out of alignment. There's no real such things as curses and hexes and stuff. Yeah, people might try to do bad things to you, but then you know what happens when you protect yourself and shield yourself? All that stuff, it just goes right back to them, and then they got to deal with it. Because remember, when we do our shadow work and we work on ourselves and we understand who we are, where we come from, and what we truly desire in life, then nothing can harm us in any way. The more power you keep within yourself, the more sovereignty you keep within yourself, you are the full everything. You know, we are the collective consciousness. We are pure love and light. We come to Earth to experience all these crazy things, and then we'll get attached to them. You know, karma is a big word, and then a lot of people will say they don't believe in karma, and it just depends, because that comes with cultures and religions. But scientifically, you know, there's positive and negative, and you know, if you have more than that, they do different things when they come in contact in different ways, and if there's too much and they clash, there's an explosion, right? All science. So it's just the same thing as setting up those principles. Why do I bring this up? Because when my energy centers or chakras were out of alignment a couple days ago, I was getting fixated on things that I didn't believe in, because I was more easily influenced by other people's words when I know myself and know what to be true for myself. Because, you know, everyone lives in their own illusion of life and how life is supposed to be and how they want life to be or how they think life should be. And so they let go of what they desire, because that's where the whole ego thing comes in. And when you identify with something and it's like, and you feel like it's yours, that ego, that instead of coming from the heart and the love, yeah, that's where we get really confused. I can't explain it well right now because, you know, it's in the morning. That's for a different video. But for today's meditation reflection, day 7, I love today's meditation. It's about doing the work. As I said yesterday, you gotta do the work. You gotta keep your energy centers aligned. Believe in yourself and know that you have all the power to change everything and anything. As Dr. Joe Dispenza says, disease is only lower energy frequencies. So the more you believe in yourself and the more you heal yourself, the more you'll be impenetrable. And you have to truly believe in yourself, and you have to tell yourself the truth. And that's one of the biggest things about shadow work, is learning how to face your own truth. Because what you know inside of you is not the same thing as what society has taught you. It's not the same things as what our friends say. Nobody knows what's in your heart. Nobody knows what's in my heart, and how much why I feel the way I feel, why I act the way I act. I can try to explain it as much as I can, but you're only going to understand as much as you want to comprehend. Just like my husband wanting to get mad at me for being himself. It's kind of funny. I know. I want to see it. There it is. Yeah, when I'm sleeping, it gets all wound up. I love my tree of life. You know, I've had this pendant since I was 20-something, but I only started wearing it, I guess when I moved up here to North Carolina 8 years ago. But I didn't wear it right away, so I think I've worn it more for past 5 years. It was probably the longest a single necklace has stayed on my neck. Yeah, I have a habit with only keeping things for so long, and then they move on. But then something else replaces it. It's weird. It used to happen a lot more when I was younger, but since I haven't gone out and been social, I don't exchange as much material things. But eventually I'll get out there and start doing that again. So today, me and my rambles again. Oh my goodness. You gotta love it. Joella May here. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Remember, guys, I love you. Yes, I love you. Grand rising, you beautiful souls. You have an amazing day.